Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm actually going to be showing you guys one of the biggest secrets when it comes to making melodies inside of FL Studio. This trick I'm going to be showing you guys is actually something I learned pretty recently, but ever since I implemented it in my samples, it's literally changed the way I make melodies moving forward. And as you guys have probably heard in my free sample packs, it actually makes the samples sound amazing. So either if you're a beginner or even a experienced music producer, you're probably going to get some value from this video. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just put the headset on and let's go. Alright, so now we're here in FL Studio, and before I show you guys the trick I was talking about, we obviously need to make a melody first. So I actually just opened up this piano right here in Contact. I'm not going to show you guys something super complex. We're just going to start off with like a simple pattern. So we're going to turn the BPM down to maybe 130. So I'm just going to start off by telling you a little bit about how you can make a good melody. And the first tip I have for you guys is actually to experiment with different chords and scales when you're making the melody. So this is actually something I see that a lot of producers overlook, but it can actually make all the difference when you're making a sample. So I'm just going to start off with something simple. Like I said, I don't want to complicate it too much since the main topic of the video is obviously the trick I'm going to show you guys later. But we're just going to start off with a C minor chord. Therefore, we're just going to put the first note on the C, skip one highlighted note and put this over. Again, skip a highlighted note and click right here. And now, like I said, we want to experiment with different chords that could fit together with this one. So if you just copy this over and maybe we can pitch this up over here. I didn't really like that, so I'm going to try pitching this down. Maybe pitch this down by 2. So I'm not really messing with the chords that much, but it's like I said, we just want to experiment with different chords until we have something that we feel like could sound nice. Yeah, so I feel like this fits way better. Now we can copy this over and try to pitch this down by 5. I kind of like how this chord progression is sounding right here. It's usually not something you would hear, especially on this last chord, which is a bit different. But like I said, you just want to experiment with different chords until they sound nice. Now I'm just going to highlight these and maybe pitch them down 1 octave as well. Just lower the velocity a little bit, and I'm going to strum the notes manually so they sound a bit more realistic. So I actually switched up the chord progression a little bit. I just removed this chord we had right here and extended the second note all the way. Yeah, just something simple like this. Like I said, not too complicated, but a little bit catchy though. I'm just quickly going to add some effects to the piano just so we can make it sound a little bit better. So we're just starting off with some simple reverb. Then we just have a little bit of RC20. Giving it a little bit of a vintage feel. So now we have the main piano pattern down, but there are actually some more cool tricks we can do with this piano. The first thing is we can obviously play around with the pitch a little bit. So I can maybe pitch this up to this E and see how this sounds. That sounds cool. Let's try this D minor scale. So as you can hear, changing around the scale and the pitch of the sample can really make a huge difference to how you want it to sound. Now for this one, I think I'm just going to keep it at C minor, to be honest, since I really liked how it sounded. Alright, so now I showed you guys the main piano and some cool tricks you can do. But now for the secret trick inside of FL Studio, it's actually all to do with this piano knob right here. The cool thing you guys can do is actually to right click on the piano right here. This is pretty much going to open up this layout window right here. As you can firstly see, we have the root notes, and over here we have the scales. So the super cool thing you guys can do is actually you can use this piano to play on your keyboard. And when I'm talking about keyboard, I'm literally talking about your PC keyboard, like the A, B, C buttons. So since we were working in the C minor scale, we're obviously just going to pick the root note to be C, and then we want to pick the minor scale, which is this one right here. Once we have chosen those, we're just going to right click on this button so it's turned on. When this is turned on, you can just press any buttons on your keyboard. And as you can hear, it's going to play the instrument you're using. So since I usually have a problem making counter melodies, I love using this method. So for this counter melody, I'm just going to open up these strings right here. And since we picked the scale and a root note on this label right here, it's literally going to make sure that no matter what button we press on the keyboard, it's actually going to play inside of the scale we chose. So since we chose C minor, I can literally press any button over here. And as you can see, it's playing on the highlighted notes. This is actually crazy because I can literally just press any button and it's almost always going to sound good. So I'm pretty much just going to freestyle something real quick and it's probably going to fit super nicely with the piano. So we're just going to click the record button and then just press notes and automation. That was literally super simple. I was just messing around with some buttons on the keyboard and it seriously turned out crazy. Now we obviously just want to fix it a little bit. So I'm firstly just going to quantize it by hitting Alt and Q on my keyboard. So it's super easy to make counter melodies when you know this trick right here. Like I said, literally just freestyle on the keyboard and you're gonna make something that sounds nice. Now let's quickly just add some effects to the violin. This is just a compressor to make sure the volume is correct. So we have actually done the two main parts of the sample. Now I'm quickly just going to add some more layers, some textures, and also some perc loops in the background. So for the textures, I'm just going to go into my Imperial one-shot kit. I'm just going to look through and try to find a nice texture that can fit with the sample. I'm just using the forest texture. It's a little bit of a nice sound in the background. It gives it some uniqueness. I'm also going to go into the perc loops and try to find a nice one right here. For the perc loop, I'm just going to open up this EQ and pick this radio preset. It's going to give the perc a nice texture. Now I just feel like we should add some drums to this. The drums I'm using are of course coming from my No Limit drum kit, so if you want to use the same drum sounds, make sure to check it out, it's linked down below. Yo, this beat has an emotional vibe to it for sure. Seriously not trying to overcomplicate this hi-hat pattern. I'm literally just trying to make it super simple. Now let's add some rims to this too. A nice little open hat right there. Now let's go in with the 808. Now this beat is super sad. I just want to keep it like plain and simple. So I don't want to overdo it with the 808. Literally just make it super simple. Lots of space in between. Yeah, I really like this right here. Super emotional. Now let's layer the 808 with a kick just so it's a bit punchy. Yeah, that's it. I think that's pretty much the beat right there. Yeah, the kick really comes through right there. Such a sad vibe with the violin in the background. But I think that's pretty much the beat right there. Has a super unique vibe to it as well. Super spacey. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I just want to let you guys know that if you need one-shots, drum kits, or even free sample packs, I've actually got them all on my website. It's BBMarko.com. It's of course linked down below. Make sure you go check it out. Besides that, I really hope you guys got some value from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and here's the full beat.
Shut up, Marco. Marco?